Welcome back, guys. Right, after our bit of bad news off Team Car, we're going to have to do some jobs on the version 9 STI just so we can get it ready to be mapped up again. We didn't get the anti-lag, so we didn't get any big pops and bangs like you boys wanted, did we?
No.
But it's going to be a full team effort today because I need the whole crew on this job. I need a cameraman, a light man, a tool man. Who's going to be the tool man? You're on the tools. Alright, you can pass the tools. So we're going to do the fuel pump, and one way I find it easiest is to take the back seat out and you can get to it a lot easier. So I'm going to hand this over to you, Sammy, and we're going to get everything organised and we're going to make a start, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right. Right, because we're going to be messing about in the fuel tank, I'm going to disconnect the battery first, just because we've got to undo the electrical connections, and we don't want any kind of spark, especially not when we're messing about with petrol close by. So I'll disconnect the battery there, and what a keel.
Right,
we'll get the seat out first. So we've got two 12mm head back. Crack them off with the ratchet first. Can I have the ratchet, please? The keel tool, man. Thanks. Right, let's get them cracked off first. So we've got one either side. Get them out. And the base just comes out nice and easy like that, it's just hooked underneath. Yet again, look how beautifully clean this car is from Japan. I love these Japanese cars. And then to get the backrest out, we've got another, can you see these?
Yeah.
We've got 1, 2, oh no, sorry, 1, 2, 3. 12mm again. So, got myself stuck now, haven't I? Pass you that appeal, don't need that right now. So let's get these cracked off again. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze it out. These are hooked in at the top, so you just push the whole thing upwards. In fact, you know what? I was wrong, I think there is 4. So I've got to get the 4th one out. I thought we could get away with without that part of it. So 4. It is 4. Who said it was 3?
You.
Is that?
Yeah.
I meant 4. 4. So
And now it should just come out.
The whole thing's gone loose, so just pull it forward, push it up. What I might have here is, yeah, always remember, if you come in a bit, can you see a good angle from there?
Yeah.
Pull this centre bit down, because that locks on to a latch there, so whilst it's closed it won't come out. So again, swap sides with me, Sammy. Just same again, just pull it up, there we go. Slide it out of the seat belts, and voila, one seat. Right, the bit that we want to get to is right behind here, so I don't want to damage all this nice sort of felt stuff, so I'm going to have to take this bar out, and I'm also going to have to take these little tree clip out. Is that what you call them? Tree clip, tree? I don't know.
Yep.
Just get this bar out, which is another 4 12mm head bolts. Right, and one, let's get this clip out way first here. Yep. There we go. Get that out of the way. And then get this bar out of the way, the whole lot should come out nicely. There we go, the whole thing just stays nice and together. Get rid of that. Let's get this cap open. 4 Phillips screws holding this down. I mean, really, I should have changed the fuel pump anyway. It was a bit optimistic of me thinking it'd be alright. You know, the car's done about 80,000 miles. It's 2005 model, so what's that, 15, 16 years old. I should have perhaps just done it as a precaution anyway, but I was trying to be tight. So we've got these little 8mm nuts. We've got 3, 6, 8 of those. Got to disconnect the fuel pipes, disconnect this plug. This is a bit tricky, this one. Pass me the camera, I'll get in here. So this pipe's a little bit tricky to undo. You've just got to sort of squeeze the sides in simultaneously and pull the pipe and get that out there. So I'm going to get some gloves on because this is a bit mucky under here, and then we can pull that out and get the pump swapped over. Put those two off. So I need to try. Such a pain. We need to like try and tuck them out of the way somehow, so they're not in the way. So otherwise they're a nightmare. You're trying to get the pump out because they're like in the way. Right, this one now, so this one's usually the hardest one, but again, because it's Japanese, look how easy that's come off. You know, normally they're so full of grime that you can't squeeze those side bits in, but this one's just come off brilliantly. Now, I've had a bit of a thought. I was going to use the impact gun, but because there's a lot of fumes and vapour around, I'm not going to risk it. Because if we get a bit of a spark, it's bad news. So I think I'm just going to do these by hand for what it takes. Okay, so we've got all the nuts off. Got a little bracket which is holding a wire on, so take that off and push it back out of the way. So otherwise this is such a tight space for working on. To try and get this pump out, we've not really got much room to do anything, so we need to make sure that we try and push that out of the way, or hold it out of the way. We're going to have to do something. It's actually right, let's see if we can get this out. Right, so it's going to have to be a bit of a wiggling job, so we'll wiggle it forward, push that bracket under, there we go, push the pipes out, and you've got to be careful doing this because you've got the fuel flow in there, and if you sort of put a bit too much pressure on it, you risk breaking that or bending it, so you've got to just be careful how this comes out. You know, just sort of gently twist and turn it, get it past the various bits, and there we go, almost one fuel pump. Okay, this is the old unit, and the only bit we're going to replace is this bit here. That's the actual pump. The rest of this is the body and the fuel gauge assembly. So we've got a brand new uprated fuel pump here, which is, what is it?
A fuel pump.
Oh, I mean, it's actually come with a new bag, and I have ordered another one anyway, but we'll see which one we're going to use. So there we go, that's the new one, and this is an uprated 255 litre per hour, which is more than capable for what we need it for. So we're going to get this swapped over, new piece of wire. I think we're going to change that as well whilst we're at it, so we know everything's working okay. And a couple of the bits and pieces in here. Let's have a look what we've got. We've got new length of hose, which I'm assuming is to replace this piece here, so we'll do that as well, and we'll just get the whole thing swapped out for a new system. There we go, so that is the bit that we want off. I'm going to replace it with this one here. So you can see, look how much bigger that pump is to the factory one. Made in the USA. So we've got the old length of wire out there. We'll change it just as a precaution anyway, because like I say, it's 16 years old as the car, so it won't hurt to put the new one in, which we've got. And of course the new one has got the right plug for the new fuel pump as well. I'll just feed that around there and click it into position in a minute. Like a bit there. There we go. There we go, that's in position. So ready for the fuel pump to go in. So what I'm going to do as well is this, it's come with this replacement fuel filter bag which sits in the tank. I'm not going to use the one that was on the car because it's so old again, but I actually ordered a separate one online because I didn't realise the pump was going to come with one. I ordered one, and this one looks a little bit bigger, so I'm going to put this on because naturally I think I'll get a better flow and there's a better surface area for the pump, so I'm going to use that one. This little fiddly push washer clip thing, so that should just go on there nicely like that. Push that into place in a minute. There we go, nice fitting. Oops, you're going to get this in close here. So that only goes on one way because it was designed to, once it goes on, it doesn't come off, so just push that on. I'll just push it on with these pliers just so it gets a good grip like that. There you go, see that? So this is not a non-return valve like I first thought. It looks like, if you look in there, you can see like a bit of a spring assembly. Looks like a pressure relief valve, so if there's too much pressure builds up, it must release fuel back into the fuel tank rather than one of the fuel lines blowing, which is a good idea, but can you see through the middle of there? It actually restricts the diameter of the pipe and reduces the flow, so for that reason I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm just going to go with the standard straight pipe setup so that we can get a better flow. That's going to help the car running bigger power, because obviously we've got a more efficient fuel flow. So that's my take on it, getting rid of that, and we're just going to straight pipe it. You're going to have to go back in. I'll just give the tank a quick once over whilst everything's out, and it looks great in there. There's no rust or anything like that. It's a nice clean tank. So we'll just put everything back together. Just give the gasket sealing area a little bit of a clean off. Make sure that's all going to seal okay again, like it's supposed to. And carefully back in with everything. So we're just going to reattach all the pipes, and I think I'm going to just buzz the, there we go, that's that one, pliers. Yeah, I knew something weren't right. This is why you've got to be so careful. I managed to get a bit of wire trapped. Hopefully.
Look to your right and you'll have a quarter drive.
Hopefully it's not. No, it isn't. Luckily it's not got damaged.
That's good.
I'll show you, just pass me the camera. That's why you've got to be so careful. Around here you can just see that wire there. It just got caught under the corner of that plate, but luckily it hasn't caught it or ripped it. Right, okay, so plug back in. So you come round this side now, Sammy. Yeah, well, you'll turn the ignition on, so
Buzzing.
you'll hear a buzzing in a second. So it should spring into life. Okay, so
Yeah.
oh yeah, we can hear that, can't we? That's primed up real good. Right. That's a job well done, so we'll just put the back seat back in same way it came out. And next job is spark plugs, but I think the crew have had enough now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll let...
Till next week.
Yeah, okay, we'll leave that till next week. Stay tuned, subscribe and follow us, guys, and we'll be doing the spark plugs on this next week, ready to get it remapped again, and hopefully we can have what?
Pops and bangs.
Pops and bangs.
Pops and bangs. See you next time.
Bye.